my friends. So good to see you this evening. It is hot out here in Kansas. We are starting to see what seems like summertime. And so I am thinking slow cooker meals, and I'm trying something new. I have made Mississippi roast with beef before, but today, as part of the Label to Table collaboration and our Fun Food Friday series, we're going to take pork and make Mississippi shredded pork, I believe is what it's called. And it is by Hidden Valley Ranch. And you can find that on their website. And so that's where the recipe comes from. If I remember, I'll put a link. I don't always remember. So now I'm going to bring you in and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do in the Instapot because it is actually evening time. I was busy today. I happened to be at the grocery store and I saw a manager's special and they had marked this is a shoulder butt roast down, and I thought I could do something with that. I'm sure I can find a recipe, and I did, and I wanted to bring you all along. But we don't have time to cook it 8 to 10 hours in the crock pot, so we're gonna do the 1 to 2 hours in the Instapot. This one is actually about a 7-pound roast, and so it's about double what you typically would get. So we're going to double the ingredients for the most part, and then we are going to cook it for 2 hours instead of an hour. So let me bring you in and show you what I'm doing. So first I have the Instapot, and if you have worked with an Instapot much, you know you have to have some liquid in here. I have this leftover broth from some canned pork, so this will be perfect. There'll be enough in there before the drippings all start. So then next thing I'm gonna do is really easy. I just need to open up my roast. Now, many times I will sear my roast before putting them in, but I don't even want to take the time tonight to do that. So I'm just going to pull up this thing right in there. Barely gonna fit, but it's gonna fit just fine. And then this is one of the easiest things we're going to be doing today. It's so easy. So it wants like, I don't know, half a stick of butter. So I happen to have about 3/4 of a stick. I think that's gonna be plenty because to me, this seems like a pretty fat roast. So I'm gonna go ahead because like I said, it's hot. Before it gets too hot, I'm gonna go ahead and make my little tabs here. Just cut this up. And it calls for 1 packet of au jus sauce. Well, I don't have any of that, so I'm going to use an entire packet of the brown gravy. We won't need to because I believe the au jus has less in it. And so I think this will work perfectly for this. So on this goes. And then you're supposed to put 3 to 6 tablespoons of the ranch. I want lots of ranch. We like the ranch. So I'm gonna be very generous with that. We're gonna plop on these butter slices. But before we close this up, we need these. These are pepperoncini peppers. This is the only thing I'm not going to double because not everyone in the family likes a lot of heat. So they said 5 to 6, and I think 5 to 6 is going to be, well, this is cool. Never seen them do that before. I don't remember. Oh, I got this at Ross's, so it's not a brand I'm familiar with. Anyway, we don't all like heat. I actually have my granddaughter here today, so I don't want to get things too hot. So I think that many for this large roast is going to be plenty. So here we are at 4, 5, and I think I'll go ahead and do the 6 because they're kind of small. They're not huge ones. This is cool. They wanted it to stay under with the brine. I don't think I need it for storage. So into the fridge this will go. And then next, okay, I've got this plugged in. Put on my lid. It's going to sing its little song for us. And then I'm going to pressure cook. And let's see, usually you would go to meat. And so the meat stew is at 2 hours. So we're going to leave that. I'll just kind of put it off to the side, making sure that it's not venting, that it's closed. And then that's it. I can get on about evening chores and doing whatever I want. maybe playing with the grandbaby. So I will see you when it's ready. Okay, I'm back. Evening chores are done. I've had a quick shower. Baby girl got her bath, and it has been 15 minutes since the timer went off on our Instapot. So let me show you. Okay, so see, 15 minutes. And so now I'm gonna take it off the natural release for 15 minutes. We'll take it off, we'll let it finish releasing, and then we'll shred it up and eat it. Okay, it has quit and the little knob went down, so we'll let it sing its song. We'll open it up and wow, look at that roast. And lots of juices. So I'm gonna reach in and I'm going to pull our roast out. Whew. I'm gonna move it to a bowl and flip it out of there. Now, don't get rid of this wonderful, amazing broth. You can strain it out and make some delicious gravy with it. But now, what I want to do is I'm gonna start pulling off some of the fat. I don't want that. It's one thing about pork. It has a lot of hidden fat in there. And the bone. We don't need the bone. Ooh, but that bone is falling apart tender. Okay. I might let this set just a little bit and cool. It's really too hot right now. We'll be back in a little bit. I decided to move this over to a cookie sheet. It's gonna make it a heck of a lot easier to pull off the fat. It's kind of hard to see. Whew, I thought that was fat and it's actually meat. So because it's so tender, I guess we don't want to get too aggressive with it. I will tell you, I took a sneak taste. The flavor is really good. So now that I've got any skin and fat started to remove that, let's go ahead and see about getting some of this meat in the bowl. That is hot. Super hot. And then, this is enough to get us started. And then what I'm gonna do is, I need to grab another fork. And I am just gonna take this other fork here and we are gonna shred this up. Easy enough. You could serve this over noodles, you could serve this over mashed potatoes, you could serve this on a bun. You can do all sorts of stuff with this shredded Mississippi shredded pork. Always good, every time when you cook meat in the Instapot. It always just makes it so tender. Just like the crock pot, but faster. Thank you so much for being part of today's video. I love it when you join me in the kitchen and we experiment with new recipes. So thanks to Hidden Valley Ranch for this particular video recipe idea. Thanks to our host, Tuliloo Creates, for coming up with this great idea of having label to table videos, and all of the other people who are contributing each day for this particular collaboration. So Monday through Friday, all the new videos. Make sure you're watching them. I'll have all the information down below. Bye for now, my friends.